this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey City Council meeting for Monday, June 10th, 2024 at 7:21 p.m. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll? Oh, that actually, we don't have to do that now. All you have to do is press that you're present here again. Point of order. Okay, now if you are here, then press present. Is everything okay there, Alderman? We have a quorum. Next item on the agenda is invocation of pledge. Order. Chair recognizes the fourth order.
Thank you, Mayor. Since the fact that we didn't have a meeting at all for the month of May, there's some items that I feel we need to discuss to add to the agenda. Can I tell?
Did you submit those in writing to the
Yes, I did.
administration prior?
Yes, I did.
What were those issues?
Okay, the first one was the increase in the water bill,
Okay.
effective June 1st. The second one was the business settlements that were sent out to the local businesses. The third one is for the public comment listed with only 10 members. Since we didn't have a council meeting for the month of May, I think that should be extended more than 10 people since we didn't have a meeting for that month. And also, auditor reports, we didn't have any meetings in the month of May, which means we need to give an auditor report that's not on the agenda tonight.
Okay, and there was no request to the administration regarding those particular matters. There was an email from you that was asking a question whether we were going to have a meeting for these particular issues, but there was no request. So based on that, excuse me, based on that, your request would be denied.
Can you explain that again?
That was it.
I said, can you explain?
You, once again, you did not submit that in writing to this administration.
May 14th. I never got a
You did not,
response.
sir. You did get a response. The response was no.
Okay, the only, what
That's the response that you got. You did not ask for these things to be placed on the agenda. You just asked those questions.
I replied back saying, what did you say?
And we are not going to delay this meeting with these dilatory questions and or motions.
We don't need these screens.
We are rolling. We are going. And we will continue on. The chair will recognize the second word.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to add a discussion item. I did email the office. You and I spoke and corresponded directly. I was hopeful to have a meeting based on the Monday, May 6th packet that was sent out for the Monday, May 13th meeting that was canceled. I sent your office an email. CC'd on that email was the comptroller, Mr. Ryan, Ms. Pickett, the city treasurer, and our director of the finance committee, finance committee chair. And in that email that I detailed on May 13th of this year at 9:31 a.m., I asked regarding charges that I saw. And following the request since February that you asked of submitting those questions, I never heard back from you there. And what I don't intend for this platform to be is an opportunity to spoil a reputation, to be malicious in my intent asking questions. I'm simply at a point, which is why all of these folks are here today. We're all just at a point of simply just wanting transparency. As an older person, Carrie Lynn, it is on our Harvey Municipal Code legislation that when I ask something to receive it within 5 days. I know that my requests are not burdensome. And my simple ask for a discussion item is regarding several charges that I detailed out in an email to you, Mayor Clark. That's for May 13th, for April the 22nd, and for June 10th. I have several questions that I have yet to get a response from. We were supposed to have our finance committee meeting last month on Monday, May 10th. Unfortunately, May 13th, unfortunately, that was canceled. Followed by that, our council meeting was canceled. And we really need some immediate transparency. I have people coming to my home, Mayor Clark, asking me questions. As the second world alderwoman that's here to do the business of the people, we can't do it. And I cannot continue to work as a sole agent representing a body of 19,000 as a member of the Council of Nine, who were all elected to do one job, and that's support the city. So we need some additional discussion on this. We just need discussion. I need to meet with you in your office like I requested. I need to be able to get rebuttals back from emails as I submit them. All the same things that you and everybody, all the other alderpersons previously fought so long and hard for. And I think we all had that same faith. That
What is the issue as it pertains to the agenda?
You want to know the April 22nd? You want me to start here?
If you are referring to the email that you sent, in which I did respond, instructing how you needed to handle that particular issue.
How would I have
The chair
done
of the finance committee. Did you hold a finance meeting today?
Yes, I did, Mayor.
Were you asked any other questions by the alderperson regarding those particular issues that were sent in email, or should have been sent in email?
No, nobody asked any questions at the finance meeting.
Thank you.
Verbally, there were no questions asked. Because remember, you were CC'd on them alongside the treasurer, yourself, and as well as Mr. Raymond. So it's not, I know we don't just get the one day to ask the questions.
No, we don't. However, what we need to do is follow the instructions of the chair and the instruction of the mayor. And what I instructed at that particular point in time was that if you had those questions, they need to be brought up at the proper finance meeting. There was a finance meeting today where you had the opportunity to ask those questions so that you could get your answers. Whether you chose to appear or not appear is entirely on you. I also asked and requested that if you wanted to have a further discussion that was non-financial in nature, that you make an appointment with my office.
I made it directly with you, Mayor, Wednesday, May 15th for 1 p.m. I didn't get a rebuttal from you.
No, I said make it with my office. You didn't make one with me because you didn't talk to me at all.
I emailed you, you just didn't rebuttal.
That must be because once again I didn't see
Who would
that.
I have emailed about?
You would email my executive assistant.
I previously emailed Ms. Simpson and Ms. Davis both details, not regarding this. I didn't email them anything.
Okay.
But in previous times, I sent several emails. Y'all know, I send the emails. So, I sent the emails. I did my due diligence, but my point is here, it shouldn't take for one meeting for me to get, we got 3 bills lists on the table. As a matter of fact, the chair is going to amend the agenda because we don't have a bills list listed. And so that small oversight is a big issue to everything else. April 22nd's bills list isn't on the agenda. It should be.
You traditionally
But
don't
again,
know the name.
in a finance committee meeting, those are things that we would have seen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're missing the minute things, we're missing the even bigger things. And me having questions here simply to ask about the financial plan of the city or just kind of knowing some of these costs, I should be able to email that because that's legislation. As you know, it says request for information by alderpersons. That is a city municipal code, that's on the books. But I got far away from my question, which is regarding the several things. The travel expenses for the Crown Plaza Hotel, it was $1,693. Travel expenses for the ICSC for the Wyndham Las Vegas.
Ma'am, we are not going to do that here. You
I'm
have something to do it. You have We're not going to do that here. That was dilatory in nature. It is is not going to be put on the agenda at this particular point in time. And we are going to proceed.
How?
And we are going to proceed. Thank you very much.
Your clerk.
Next item on the agenda is invocation of pledge of allegiance. Again, Pastor Harrison, can I get you to say the pledge, please? Yes, give me the invocation.
Okay, let us look to Jesus. Father, we thank you, we give you praise, and we glorify you. God, we ask that you would have your way in this meeting, God, that you would give us a mind and an ear to listen and a heart to hear each other, God. We ask that you would come against any confusion in this meeting, God, but allow us to be unified. And we thank you, we bless you, and we honor you in Jesus' name. Amen.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item on the agenda is the chair recognizes the sixth ward.
Yes, sir. We had a finance meeting earlier today at 6 o'clock. We discussed the bills for the month of April, the month of May, and the month of June. Unfortunately, the month of April was not added to the agenda. I'd like to make an amendment to the agenda to add the month of April so we can ratify all 3 months.
And as I did in the previous two additions to the agenda, I would deny that as well. We have the May 13th and June 20th, 2024. Unless the comptroller tells me something otherwise, we can delay that April one until our next meeting, okay? Because we don't want to be in violation of the Open Meetings Act, and that will be one of the issues we be dealing with, okay? Thank you. So if we can proceed, our next item on the agenda is for public comment. Public comment is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for the public to address the city council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. Public comment is limited to the first 10 individuals to sign in. This is a first come, first served basis. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaign or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time, and council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed with city staff during regular business hours. And finally, any comments of the commenter are specifically belong to that person, that being, and may or may not be true. So, our first public comment is Chappelle Lewis, followed by Glennis James Watson. If you would please make your way up to the podium so that we can save time.
Hello, Harvey. Hello. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, can you come in, right? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
No?
We can hear you.
Oh, it's on, okay. So there's in the Illinois Municipal Code that it has a conflict of interest law, right? It states that this law prohibits public officials from having financial interest in, interest in contracts that would influence and potentially corrupt their duties as public officials. And there's penalties for this violation. And I read that because I noticed that there's a lot of things going on in Harvey that shouldn't happen, but it seems as if there's an interest in having those things to happen, as far as these buildings being torn down. But we have dilapidated housing that's falling on other people's houses, and you're not tearing that down. We have businesses that you want to pay all this money, but they can't open up their businesses to even pay the money. But then you make a contract for them to have to pay at least $30,000 in order for them to operate and not even get their business license. And you say they can't open because the property owners owe back taxes. As Third Ward Alderwoman states that we need our money. What about them getting their money? I see y'all found some money because we're looking at big TV screens, flat frames, and your grill is just free. So I'm trying to figure out, is this something that we're paying for? I mean, but they can't open their businesses, back taxes. Really?
Thank you. Next on the
I still got time. You ready? You was ready to be on. I know you were.
When you hit that
Yes, I want my time back. Like I said, they can't operate their businesses, but you must have found the bag somewhere in that back room. Because I see, we just looking at all this big old, what's them, 75 inches?
Big mirror. Here you go.
Oh, I was supposed to get my time back.
I know.
All right, y'all, I got you next time.
Thank you. Next is Witness James Watson, followed by Pastor Jonathan Johnson.
Good evening. Mayor Clark was the featured guest speaker at all of First and Ruinski's first ward meeting, during which he entertained questions from the residents. I asked yet again why there had not been a treasurer's report for 3 years. He stated that the controller would be giving the reports because the city treasurer was not a CPA and therefore legally could not give the reports. That didn't sound right to me. So, as the devout Christian that Mayor Clark professes to be, he'll understand this reference. I did like the Bereans of the Bible, who search the scriptures for themselves. I searched the codes, Illinois and municipal, for myself. First, it is categorically not true that a treasurer has to be a CPA to perform the duties of office of treasurer. Per the state's website, illinois.gov, the qualifications of a treasurer is to be at least 25 years old, a United States citizen, a resident of Illinois for 3 years prior to election. That's all it states. If these were required qualifications for the highest public treasurer position in the state, then certainly the city of Harvey would not have stricter requirements than the state. Also, the executive leadership model for municipalities includes the elected office of treasurer as an official office, while the position of controller is either elected or appointed. Per the Illinois Municipal Code, the duties of the treasurer are, in part, the municipal treasurer shall receive all money belonging to the municipality and shall keep the treasurer's books and accounts in the manner prescribed by ordinance. These books and accounts shall always be subject to the inspection of any member of the corporate authority. At the end of every month, the or oftener, that's their word, the required, if required by the corporate authorities, the municipal treasurer shall render an account under oath to the corporate authorities or to an officer designated by the ordinance showing the state of the treasury at the date of the account and the balance of the money in the treasury. The municipal treasurer shall report to the corporate authorities as often as they require a full and detailed account of all receipts and expenditures of the municipality. I'm gonna run out of time, but lastly, just to cut to the chase, to borrow from a statement I heard the mayor say a few times, would you buy from a business that does not give you a receipt? Well, Mayor Clark, the elected alderpersons, we the residents of Harvey have spent our hard-earned money in taxes to Harvey, and we want our itemized receipts.
Followed by M. Jr.
Mayor Clark, I am outraged as to the administration. I have come to this building myself and I've seen a lot of violations and codes. You sent and distributed inspectors to several buildings within the city of Harvey, and of course, what are violations? Well, maybe just, but I think we can start at home first. The second thing, we have fire extinguishers in this very building that are expired. We have lights, fixtures, and everything that they voted on that are out of whack and out of compliance. But let's bring it home. You've asked charitable organizations to obtain a business license, passed the ordinance with the lock and gridlock quorum, one in which Ms. Delaney and myself, we have history. Mayor Clark, we've even golfed with Frank Zuccarelli before. And before you were elected in the office, you come to my church and you've spoken. I would like your attention, but I don't expect it. But anyway, I am very outraged at how this administration handles the people when they come to this office, how they talk to the people, how they deal with individuals, and it's unacceptable. You have been elected to serve, not elected to be friends. And if friends are putting the people before that, I will galvanize the people. I'll galvanize the people and I'll bring them here. Not as a pastor organizing as an NFP who want to go legally, but as Pastor Jonathan Johnson, I'll galvanize the people and I'll bring them in every time. And we will stop the lock and gridlock quorum that we have here. It's unacceptable. You have been elected to serve. You should serve with integrity. Not pushing the agenda of the mayor, not pushing the agenda of what he has asked you to do in his office, but I'm expecting people to do what they have been elected to do. And when you get aside from that, then you need to be removed. I don't like it. I'm not afraid. And if there's any retaliation that comes after this, I'll make sure those cameras watch my church. I'll make sure those cameras watch my interaction. I'll make sure everything that takes place is under watch by the people that elected you into these seats. The time is up.
Thank you. Next is Reverend M. King Jr., followed by Reverend Purdy.
I talked to almost hoarse a while ago, and I know how the town works, but let me read this here to you. And you'll tell me what this. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abiding the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition to the government for redress or grievances. That means the church has freedom to be without being ostracized and charged illegally because the federal government said, how can the city of Harvey be charging church for anything?
Come on.
The 14th Amendment, the federal government says, protect a person against government actions on the part of a state which would without due process deprive him of the freedom to disseminate information or freedom to worship. What in the world is going on in the city of Harvey? Are we over the United States of America? Are we in a police state? Are we in a state? I was at a gas station a while back and I sent a message to somebody. I asked the question, why are 6 policemen, 2 in uniform, with white stuff on it, and the other 4 like in a tactical gear at a tire shop, tires our bus on a Holston Street before the tollway, with all these people walking in, and this other bigger guy, I see him here, and they're all walking in Facebook. It's called Melville King. Melville A. King Jr. Look at the stuff I posted. In my ward, trash all over the place. Prostitutes. I had to go to a prostitute, leave Paulson Street, and get her to Pacific Garden out of Harvey when I couldn't get anybody to care. I saw your Harvey police drop a lady off on 146th Street, near Sacramento, and I saw a couple off leaving an ambulance. I saw that this weekend. I saw that. And they walked in, she walked back over to her pimp, and her pimp put in the car and I sleep there. If I can't depend on the police to protect the people, who do I depend on? I get this protection right now. All these officers standing here, guarding and keeping us from speaking and taking away our freedom of speech. If they were on the streets when they're supposed to, we have a better time. And the other thing, all our wards are being under siege. I understand it goes to the executive to tell who to clean up and where to clean up. This is ridiculous. Why can't an older person be the one that takes care of their older person? Why can't they have one or two people assigned so they can take care of the citizens, and the citizens have to call the city with a salary phone system and try to get somebody they can't get? You call 911, you go bounce back and forth. You call the city, you get bounced back and forth, and you don't get no service. What I say is, get rid of the whole thing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Kirkman. I'm a former trustee of the Harvey Public Library from 2015 to 2021. And I have some concerns that I need to share with everybody here in the city of Harvey. The conversation that was between Alderman Chapman and the mayor in regards to items that were on the finances and the bills list. When you do stuff like that, Mayor, it kind of points a finger towards you like you're doing something that's wrong, you're trying to be secretive. And not by giving her the information, that just lets us know that you are doing something all right. Everybody knows that you went on a trip. Everybody knows that you spent our money. Everybody knows there's other things you need to be concentrating on besides having a good time. Okay? There's plenty of things that are wrong. And they left out about the secret up here with the water stains here. Over across the hall with rotted wood that you got trimming the white walls up there. You might want to work on that too. Okay? So when it comes to the money, we just ask for transparency. You're an attorney, you know better. I've said this before. Carrie Lynn, you need to help out your client, okay? You really do. Because it makes your law firm look bad, but then I get you all sitting up in your office laughing and saying, those dumb people in Harvey. I tell you, just as long as they keep the commotion going, we can keep making money. More money, more money. You're putting the city in a bad situation as far as collecting money from these people who are renters, who have leases. You can work out a better deal than that. And have you talked to Maria Pappas, in regards to that? Anybody in Cook County who collects the taxes on what you're doing, what the real workaround is on this? You need to really look into this real good, okay? And start counting the years. 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We ain't back there no more. Okay, you trying to do a replay. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Everybody knows what happened. And we think we elected you because we wanted the same thing. We wanted something different. We thought that law degree would bind you and make you treat the people better and follow the law better, but it hasn't done anything. So we're here to tell you, you got to do better. This ain't gonna work. Thank you.
Followed by Felicia Gonzalez.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here today because I'm inviting everyone to be a part of our Juneteenth celebration. School District 147 is having a parade and also a festival at our school. I thought it would be on the agenda tonight, and I found out Friday that it wasn't. I approached the clerk's office in April, and I was told to fill out the application, which I did. There was no meetings in May, but the clerk's office did tell me that they would have to deny it because we couldn't, they couldn't block off 147th Street to State Highway, understood. So I came back in and filled out another one. We had a parade route for Dixmoor, and then we come across, that started at 9 o'clock. I passed out flyers, and then at 10:30, we would start in Harvey, line up in Harvey, and then parade to, from 147th and Roby, all the way to Washington School. I was told by the clerk tonight that I was sent an email. I don't know if it was sent to a mistaken address or what, but I never received it. I went and checked when I was found out Friday that we weren't on the agenda. And so I checked again today. The only emails I have from the city are get back to 2018, 2017, 16. So I didn't receive it. But I did talk to the mayor, the police chief, the fire chief, and I was just hoping that, it could be allowed on the agenda and approved for the parade. I'm hoping that's what can happen. Juneteenth is a federal holiday for people of color. It was a couple of years before a lot of people even knew that they were free slaves. Harriet Tubman, my favorite hero, said that she would have freed a lot more slaves if they only knew they were slaves. And I'm asking today that the city council, the mayor, just allow us to have our parade. If there's any questions, anything that needs to be done, I'm available. I'm available today, I'm available tomorrow, whatever you need. But we have followed all the rules, and I just don't know what else to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, Alicia Ramos, followed by, looks like Jamie, but I can't read the last name.
Yeah. I'm a small business owner here in Harvey, and I'm here representing for my people, for the community. I too was hit with a settlement agreement of $2,500 per month, if not $12,000 or $20,000 for either 6 months or a year. My grandfather left behind years of taxes to owe that I'm taking care of to be able to keep my grandpa's legacy and my family business going, and I've been doing that since I've been here. And to be hit one day to the next with a cease and desist sign on my window, and to be told that I have to close down within that day, if not by the next day, to come to the city of Harvey to receive the settlement agreement that I can't even pay, it's very disheartening. I knew something wasn't right when I read it. It didn't seem right to me, so I got my people together, along with the community together, to fight for what's right. I think we deserve, I know we deserve justice, and we deserve peace, and all we want to do is provide for our families. This is putting us, it's attacking us. It feels like the devil's just attacking us. What can I do? I feel like we have nothing to lose anymore. And that's not what we're here for. We provide for the city, we want to do right by the city, and all we ask is to do right to us back. To pay $2,500 per month, I can't afford that. A lot of us can't. And a lot of people are, to the people that's paying, I'm sorry to them, they shouldn't have to. This money that's owed is to Cook County taxes, as far as I'm concerned. I don't believe it's anybody else's business. But you know what? I think we have a lot to say. Once I find out, I've been going business to business one by one to see who else is feeling the same type of emotions, going through the same thing with their businesses. Some renters, some owners, some of these renters paying this $2,500. A gentleman telling me that he didn't get a receipt, so he requested a refund because they wanted to give him a receipt, and then for him to get a receipt saying for a past due amount due to a water bill shutdown. I don't understand what this means. All I ask for is understanding that we need to hear something. We just want to work. We just want to survive. We're not asking for violence. We're asking for peace. Right. But let us do what we've been doing for these past few years, just in the right way. I've never seen the community come together this way, and I think we got a lot to say. So we just stick together this way. I think we can still keep doing right.
That's right.
I hope you hear what we have to say, and I hope you truly try to understand us. Like I said, I'm not here for violence. I'm here for peace. But you know what? What I want is justice. And what I want is to be able to work and continue working, to be able to survive. I may not have kids, but I got brothers. I have a sister. I have a family. I have employees to pay. And I'm only 24 years old and I'm trying to do what I can. And I know I want to do the right thing. That's what God put me here for.
Yeah.
I just have to do the right thing.
Looks like the lady Jamie Reyes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then followed by Ryan Wilson.
Everybody, I mean, it's glad to see you. I'm sorry if my English is broken a little bit, but I try to explain it to me a little bit. So, Mayor, believe me, in all the situation, maybe I go by you shake your hand and say, oh, thank you, sir, you do right job, excellent work. You help Harvey, but I don't know what happened. What kind of groups? Your bosses or whatever, because the Harvey is for 30 years, it's getting bad, and it's still destroying. Alleys, houses, vending, business closed. Like, understand it, like, I don't know, but anyway, Mayor, only my community, talking each other, I like to see you, we are happy living in Harvey because we are a community, right? It's a Hispanic community, I represented, my ancestors Mexicans, but we know, so this community is diverse, it's everybody, and then, so we like it here, we are working people, we like it working hard. I love it, to help each other everywhere, no matter what, or rules, whatever. But only my question, right here, my question is, do something to help to us. Open a business is good because the owners, the renters, the owners of buildings, it's not, we can't do nothing against these guys because we pay rent. They give it a say, okay, say bye-bye, it's not more problem if they pay taxes or not. I understand, I don't know too much about laws, who is this, who is the child, but I guess the taxes, it belongs to the state. It belongs to somebody else, I don't know, because they supposed to collect the taxes, but it's not our fault. Because we try to get the license, minimum license $1,000. What can businesses are in all the buildings like Cicero, like all the way there by Stone Park, Bill Park, simple licenses, $200, $300. They help a lot of people. And also, a lot of majors, except like Cicero. Dominic, he's shaking hands to everybody. He say, hey guys, what can help? What do we do? And what do we do, Mayor? Hopefully this, situation change because we like it, help each other. You need some help, just ask everybody. They can do this. Thank you, sir.
Followed by Antoinette Dorsey.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Ryan Samowski, head of the Harvey Historical Society. After they canceled weeks of city meetings with no explanation, here we are again. Today, our Mayor Clark and his 4 altered yes men, Druidsky, Randall L., Rogers, and Smith, 2 of whom aren't even here. They couldn't even be bothered to come to the first meeting in weeks. Mayor Clark's lackeys choose to vote yes to everything this mayor proposes that hurts this city. Why? The mayor's trying to extort businesses and churches for money with this scheme related to property taxes. Did you know that even if they pay the $20,000 Mayor Clark and his altered yes men asked for, that money does not go to unpaid property taxes? Where does that money go? Into your pockets? We don't know. We're asking that. Why did you just go to Las Vegas to waste more of our tax money to supposedly recruit businesses while you are shutting down businesses who are already here? We want to see how you spent every dime of our money. Why won't you release credit card statements and receipts for city expenses? What are you hiding? This is absolutely ridiculous. Harvey Historical Society brought an investor willing to buy and fix up the historic motor road buildings across the street here on Broadway. You privately lied to him, saying you were interested, Mr. Mayor, in fixing up our historic buildings downtown. Then you ignored him for a year. Then when we stopped you from using prisoner slave labor to demolish the corner building, just a few weeks ago, you decided to hire contractors to demolish 2 more of the buildings. There is now 1 historic building remaining. What money did you use to do that? Why won't you tell us? You have residents complaining about burnt out wooden houses leaning over onto other buildings, but you won't use that money to demolish those buildings? You plotted secretly for more than a year, Mr. Mayor, trying to figure out how you could knock those buildings down across the street that we had an investor for, buildings people were willing to buy and fix up with their own money. Why, Chris Clark and the 4 guest aldermen? You 5 are destroying Harvey history and wasting our money at a rate Harvey hasn't seen in years. Shame on you all. Why do you continue to pressure Myrtle homeowners to leave their homes for your Central Park plan and this retention pond? Taxpayers never asked for either of those projects. Even Mayor Kellogg never tried to kick people out of their own homes for one of his pet projects. This makes Cindy Henyard look like a saint. My family's historic home church and school of Ascension St. Susanna, right by this proposed retention pond, still sits empty and neglected. You can't even bother to mow the grass, even though you made the effort, Mr. Mayor, and his 4 alder yes-men, to buy the church campus from the Archdiocese last year. How about using those church buildings for a community center like they did at the old Queen of Apostles in Riverdale? Why can't you do that in Harvey? Every good thing people want to try to do in Harvey gets opposed and ignored by Mayor Clark and his 4 alder yes-men. Remember, you 4 aldermen, 2027 will be here before you know it. We will all do all we can do to let voters know how you are not helping this city. Shame on you. My ancestors who worked hard to build Wassell's Grocery and Ascension Church and the community institutions, they're turning over in your graves right now, seeing what you're doing to our great city. Let's see better.
Thank you very much.
All right, good morning, evening, afternoon, everybody. I just heard 9 people go before me and they had the same thing. The people of Harvey is asking for a resolution. They're asking for a mayor that's transparent, that's willing to work with them, to be a part of them. I didn't hear a person say that we're trying to fight against, we're trying to find a resolution that we can work together. Because if you push churches out, the businesses out, the community out, then you have nobody. You will be leading yourself. It would just be you and you alone. We're asking that you work with us, that you come to some type of resolution. When we came to Harvey 7 years ago, when I was in our financing team, we had a water bill of $35. And today, every month, our water bill is $800 and we in the church 1 day a week. How is that possible? How is that even possible? Ain't nobody the wells ain't using that much water in 1 day. We need to understand what is happening here in Harvey. We need a resolution. We demand a resolution. We demand a mayor that is attentive, that's respectful, that's willing to work with us. Everybody that got up here, your head was down, you were talking to her, and not paying attention to what we got to say. I don't ask for an answer today. I want you to go home, think it over, talk to yourself, talk to your guy, whoever it is that you need to talk to figure out some things that's not right, because I met you. And I said that this man, he dressed nice, he looked nice, he walked nice, he talked nice, he smelled nice. He might be the man of Harvey. But then you got in that place, you sat on that pedestal, and everything changed. Yeah. But I know one thing, I serve a God, a good God. He will humble you, and you think that you might even anybody else. So let's go home and take a moment, ask yourself, why did you get into this? What is your why? Why did you come here? Why did you want to be a mayor for Harvey? What is your why? When you get back to your why, you will get back to a place that can build a great Harvey, that we can be people together and work together. These are black and brown people of Harvey that deserve better. We demand better and we will get better.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the Comptroller's report. Mr. Williams. Somebody give him the microphone, please.
The controller's report was inadvertently not included in the package this evening. I have ordered the copies of the clerk so to be published on the website. So my report is as presented.
Thank you. Will we, one, allow us not to, next control report, please have that in the Alderman's hands. And, the status, please make sure that is published, ASAP.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Point of order, Mayor.
What's your point of order?
It's regarding the comptroller's report.
It's not a point of order.
I'm calling for a point of order regarding it.
What is the point of order? Is there an issue with how the meeting is being ran?
There's an issue that it says comptrollers and not treasurers, because previously it's always been the treasurer's report.
You haven't said anything, so, that's not a valid point of order. We will continue. Next item on the agenda.
We are here, but I need to know how my point of order cannot be recognized when you said comptroller's report, I call for a point of order. A point of order is.
What do you want? What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Specifically to this.
I'll be supposed to be a treasurer's report.
Okay.
So we cannot, Ms. Glennis James Watson gave a great defense.
No, we're not here for a speech. We're not here for a speech.
No, it's not a speech, it's a statement.
Once again, you just said you wanted to say treasurer's report. Is that correct?
So why doesn't it say?
Is that correct?
It's a fact.
Is that correct?
You're out. That is.
Okay.
Why doesn't it say?
Thank you. Your statement is duly noted. Let's continue. Next item on the agenda is special announcements. Are there any special announcements, Madam Clerk?
Please, for the record.
We are continuing on this meeting. Please do not disrupt this meeting anymore.
The details of the meeting, I did not interrupt you. I called for a point of order.
And we answered and we noted. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
This is the time to tell.
Thank you very much. You're now out of order. You're now out, you are entirely out of order. You are entirely out of order. Next item on the agenda is a recess. She is not voting one member of this body and she does not get the right to do so. Thank you very much. Once again.
You just said she has to have a CPA and now she can't call for a point of order. Come on now.
Right.
Why
Here's what we're about to do, Chief.
The devil don't
Here's what we're about to do.
You're gonna swear me?
Yes, I am going to escort you out if you continue to disrupt this meeting. Yes. Please bring yourself to order. Please bring, we are continuing the meeting. We've already answered the question. We've already answered the question. Please bring yourself to order. Ma'am, you're out of order.
I just can't get.
Once again, ma'am, you are out of order. You are out of order. You are not being recognized by the chair. It's the second time, and the third time, I'm going to ask the chief to escort you out. Next item on the agenda is recess. Chair would entertain. We don't have to get to a recess because we don't have any more here, so we'll bypass recess, recall, and number 9, roll call of council members. Alderpersons, this will be the first vote that will be taken. So I'd like for you to pay attention because once again, this is one of those things that we're testing out again. You'll only have 10 seconds to vote. Okay. Okay, we're going to go into an executive session for discussion of personnel and litigation matters. The chair will entertain the motion. We're going to do a verbal motion this time. Okay, so we got a motion by Rogers. Can we need a second? Second. We have to press it on the. Okay. Motion by Rogers, second by Smith. You will have 10 seconds to vote. Go ahead, Madam Clerk. Not vote. So that motion carries. We stand at 8:13 to go into executive session. Before I ask for a motion to return to the session, is everyone's tablet still working?
Same here.
Same here.
Be paid.
Do you see the availability for motion and second on the screen, 2010? Okay, so, someone say something?
Mine says sign here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, so the chair will entertain a motion to return to open session at 8:38 p.m. I have a motion by Rogers, second by Smith. You'll have 10 seconds to vote. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes. Before you go, I don't want to go too fast and the clerk can't keep it up. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes dated April 22nd, 2024.
So,
I have a motion by Smith. I have a motion by Smith. Second by Rogers. You now have 10 seconds to vote.
point of information.
She recognizes the fourth ward.
Thank you. Question, when we have, the approval of the minutes, when we read it, I notice when it comes to public comment, it has a list of everybody that spoke. But, just as a suggestion or information on why does it, when it says their name, why don't it show the question that they asked on the minutes? So that way we can have a track record when all these people get up here and speak, are their questions being answered? If they, or anything is being done. It just say a name, you don't say anything of what was said, or what was the issue. Or if we resolve it, then voter will say, yeah, we got back with you on this, we got back with you on that, and have it in the notes before we just agree to it.
Okay, that's something that's not required, but it's something that we can consider doing in the future. So that will be taken into account. There are no. Yeah, he called the other information. Yes, we'll have 10 seconds to vote. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes for the special meeting for May 3rd, 2024. I have a motion by Smith, second by Rogers. Please cast your vote. You have 10 seconds to cast your vote.
Mayor, if I was the president,
You would abstain. And motion carried. Next item is approval for bills for payment May 13, 2024. Chair entertains a motion to approve. I have a motion by Smith, second by Rogers.
Point of order, Mayor.
Please. Yes, the chair recognizes the second ward.
Mayor, as previously mentioned earlier, I'd like to have a motion to approve the bills list except for the following. And I believe that Alderman Rogers' chair, these need to be further looked into. We need to just have some further insight on these. I can go by the details of the number, how they're coded, and we'll read them out, whichever you prefer. But I think that we should approve the bills list except for the following. And those following are, as mentioned earlier, 01-102-5080 for the ICSC contract. conference. I just want to know what those travel costs, what great things are we bringing back to the city? We're proposing through 01-126-5077 at $29,137.50. 02-000-5077 at $8,255. We have a total of $37,392.50 being paid out on the May 13th bills list. And I just want to see what specific projects the Interior Group is in process of and we're working on so that we can share those details out to get the residents fired up about the new great things coming. And so I believe that we should approve the entire bills list. But it's my recommendation that we need some further looks into those too.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We already have a motion in the second, so depending on how this vote goes, we'll determine if another motion can be made. Okay? So there's a motion by Smith, there's a second by Rogers. You will have 10 seconds to vote. So that motion passed. So Chair recognizes the second ward.
As it relates to things that are financial, I was under the understanding that those will not be, this will be something that will be tabled in a 2-2 vote because you would be able to, and correct me if I'm wrong, Carrie, please, but as I know it, you wouldn't be voting on anything financial. So this will be something that will be tabled to our next meeting on Monday, May 24th. Those particular items, not the entire bills, it's just the ones that I asked. I should have stated this is a superseding motion. That's what I should have said. That's for good record for me. But I would like to know, is that in fact the proper process, Ms. Pratt?
The proper process is that the mayor can vote to break a tie. It's not limited to financial.
He didn't even vote the last thing. Why you wasn't on top?
Please, thank you.
The mayor does not have to vote in instances where there's not a tie. He may vote in instances where there's a tie, break a tie.
But there was no tie.
Point of order.
He voted for the tie.
Point of order.
The question has been answered satisfactorily to the chair. The chair recognizes the fourth ward.
Thank you, Mayor. To my
You
understanding.
can run a video back.
To my understanding, in order for the mayor can vote on anything as long as it's not breaking tie, as long as it doesn't have to do anything with finance. Can you produce anything that says, it says,
Yes, I can cite you the provision of the municipal code for when the mayor votes. It's not limited to financial matters.
you can give an information, I can look it up.
We will email you that, sir. Yes. Next item on the agenda is approval of bills dated June 10, 2024. Chair entertain a motion to approve. It's a motion by Smith, second by Rogers. I expected it. Chair recognizes the second ward.
Similar to my request for May the 22nd, for June 10th, I motion that we approve the bills list and table the following. 01-102-5077, professional services, Vincent R. Williams and Association, 2,500 for government relations, seminars, conference, and meetings. I spoke about the ICSC, but it is on this bills list, $1,175, 01-102-5080, 01-102-5081, travel expenses, Southwest Airlines, Vegas, $584.96, 01-102-5081, Uber for travel to Vegas, $338.04. Travel expense, 01-102 181 Westgate Resort Hotel, $7,888. And then I see there's an NLC conference from Ms. Davis, reimbursed $836.68. And I want you to have an understanding, the reason why that I think that we should table these is just 7 minutes down the way. We have these outstanding issues, and while I'm not trying to align us with other municipalities, I certainly don't want us to be in the thought that we're doing things like other municipalities as it relates to travel. And these are none of the things that, you know, I was given an option to attend, so I have no familiarity, but to know that it is a retail conference. And I think I'm all for us spending the money on things that are worthwhile, that represent all 19,000 of us. Things that are not, we just need some further clarity. Motion to approve the bills list for June 10th, except for the following that were just stated.
Once again, we have a motion and a second already on the table for a vote. Motion by Smith, second by Rogers. You have 10 seconds, excuse me, to cast your vote. So once again, this passed. Matter carries. She's going to email that. Next item on the agenda is the approval of ordinances and resolutions of the City of Harvey. 14A old business, none. 14B new business. First resolution is a resolution. Is a resolution authorizing intergovernmental agreement by and between the City of Harvey and the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago for condition assessment and rehabilitation of sanitary sewers in Harvey, Illinois. This resolution outlines a revised scope and supersedes previously approved IGAs for MWRD to perform a condition assessment and rehabilitation of approximately $16,381 linear feet of high-risk sanitary sewers and related structures in the city. The chair would see a motion to approve. Motion by Smith, second by Rogers. We're now going to 10 seconds to vote.
Point of information.
We're in the middle of the vote, sir.
Motion to postpone indefinitely.
We're in the middle of a vote.
I know, you hadn't called the vote, but they had already voted on the screen, so I thought.
So that was the motion and the second.
Right.
Yes, and then you had 10 seconds, I said you had 10 seconds to vote. So, did they vote? Oh, I have to vote. I didn't see that I had to vote. Okay, so the motion carries. I realize that I have to vote. What's the resolution number?
Resolution number 3081.
Point of information here. Point of information, Ms. Crafton, thank you for being patient this evening.
The chair recognizes the second ward.
Thank you. My question is that there was a motion and a second. And I called for a point of order, and I said a motion to refer this, well, actually, I said motion to postpone indefinitely. And the chair stated that there was a vote being cast on the floor, but at the same time, like literally before he called for it, it had already been motioned and seconded. So then when I come in with my motion, don't I have the ability at that time after the motion and the second to call for another motion and the second?
In the middle of a vote?
Well, they had cast their vote, the vote was cast, and I said the motion to postpone and that.
So generally, you can't do that once the voting has started, because you're using the electronic voting procedure.
Oh, but this is new, so we never got any, like, who knew that today, this is gonna be our first try at this? So I think that that should be taken into consideration, because typically we do a division of the assembly, we're roll calling, we're not ever pressing any buttons and trying to, I mean, and I'm not calling it out, but our clerk is trying to determine the necessity and the steps and all the things. So, you know, I think maybe we could use this maybe at a later time, but if you could answer after the motion and the second, if I call for a motion, is that not okay to do? When I call for a motion to postpone indefinitely, and I called that because this has been on the agenda since September the 25th, and this is our third time voted on it. You and I have emailed back and forth regarding this, but we clearly need some further investigation done on it in order to make a good decision.
The chair has made a decision regarding the motion that was placed in the middle of the motion, and has decided against that motion, and we proceeded with the vote, which has been reflected. So that particular issue has already been voted on, passed, and resolved. And it was the decision of the chair on how to decide on that motion, and the chair's decision stands.
I get it. There was a point of order call to make another motion here, and what I'm asking is that doable after you motion the second. I would like to know how clear it is so that I can offer for all of us. So if you could clarify that for me, Ms. Pratt, that I have the ability to call for a motion to postpone indefinitely if I get the second, then we would vote on that decision. Two votes. After you motion the second, you vote, and my motion is second, there's another vote.
So I already said the chair has made a decision as far as that's concerned. Once again, the chair has made that decision. Next item on the agenda is a resolution approving the chair entertains the fourth order.
Thank you, Mayor. This process is, to me, like a game show, this voting process.
Okay, that is irrelevant to the agenda and it's irrelevant to anything that is on the floor. The chair, no, you may not, good sir. The chair will continue with the agenda. A resolution, because we are not going to handle military motions.
Why do I have to do this?
A resolution approving a redevelopment agreement with Housing Services Initiative, NFP developer. The chair entertains a motion to approve. I have a motion by Rogers, a second by Smith. You have 10 seconds to cast your vote.
So this is where I call for a motion.
We're in the middle of a vote.
So
Motion carries. That is resolution number what?
3012. Resolution 3012.
Next item on the agenda is a resolution approving a professional service agreement by and between Hero Property Registry LLC and the City of Harvard. Please don't do that.
If you continue to disrupt the meeting, you will be escorted out by the Harvard Police Department.
Until the motion is called by the chairperson for you to motion and you to second. You cannot do it beforehand.
Yes, they can.
My motion never came up. My motion never came up.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you continue to disrupt the meeting, you'll be escorted out by the Harvey Police Department. Please remain.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do what?
First of all, we're gonna give you a better chance on this one. Okay.
Give me a chance.
Mayor, my option never even came up
Once
on my
again.
screen.
Why is it that
Would
they
you,
have the ability?
we're going to go back. We're going to go back.
Rush.
Well, you know, they already said that it's number 3, is that correct? Number 3? I just read the, it's Alderman.
I never get the opportunity. That's my sister.
Okay. So we have, please come to order. Please come to order. We have
I'm tall.
number 3. If you would pay attention, please. We have number 3, which is a resolution approving. Resolution approving the real estate lease agreement. That was that is the resolution authorizes Panda Industries to lease city-owned property located at 16916 Lakeview Avenue from July 1st, 2024 to July 1st, 2025 with the option to renew for an additional 1-year period. Yes. Yes. So we have a motion by Smith, a second by Rogers. And you will have 10 seconds to vote.
This isn't right. So what am I supposed to hurry up and say, motion to refer to the economic development committee? It's not fair. As a matter of fact,
Can we please keep some order, please? You cannot ask, you are on order all the time. You are on order. So, next, a resolution before we move forward.
so you can motion a second, but it won't be.
Please escort yourself out. Thank you very much. You too, thank you.
Here, I got We good. Thank you. Keep on moving, man. Good luck. I was funny.
No, digo que si la que a dar título. Está bien.
I'm going to announce as soon as they remove themselves from the chamber. Due to the lack of quorum, the meeting will stand adjourned at 9:05 p.m.